Aloha, and welcome to Yama Studios Hair Loss Coaching. My name is Hannah Maruyama. I am a scalp micropigmentation practitioner at Yama Studios, which is a scalp micropigmentation clinic in Honolulu, Hawaii. Today, I'm going to be answering some of the most frequently asked questions that our clients ask us about hair loss. We've started to answer these questions as we really want to help our clients work through hair loss in a reasonable way and point them in the right direction in the face of overwhelming options of different types of products, services, and really just difficult questions. So today, we're going to answer one of those questions. If scalp micropigmentation is something you're looking into, then please check the link below for our book. It's in the description. You can go ahead and grab the book and it'll tell you everything you need to know to kind of assess whether or not scalp micropigmentation is appropriate for you at this place in your journey, or if it's just something you're looking into and you want to do a little bit more research. It really kind of helps to get a vision of what it looks like, how it works, and also cost and other variables like that. So that is in the description below. Go ahead and check it out, and then like and subscribe if you don't want to miss these videos. So let's get into today's question. Today's question is, what foods help to grow my hair? And I'm going to go into 3 different types that help to grow your hair. And one of them, you're probably going to be shocked, but has proven to be extremely effective at regrowing hair, more so than a lot of other foods. It's very interesting. It's something that I've started to eat every day. So that's the last thing. But first, let's go and get into number 1. Number 1 is protein. As much as it's difficult for people to sometimes hear this due to dietary restrictions, protein is really important for hair growth. You need to have good sources of protein in your diet if you want your hair to be strong and healthy, and you want to keep your scalp healthy as well. Hair loss and hair growth both tie into the general health of your body. A lot of times, poor hair quality can be tied to poor nutrition and poor health habits. And so one of the things you can do to just give yourself a leg up with hair growth and scalp health in general is to eat enough protein. And I'm talking good protein, like fatty fish, natural sources of protein, not just whey protein from a shake. If you're relying on other sources of protein, they're just not as effective as real meat, real fish. And it's really a good idea to look for those protein sources from natural places as much as possible. It's kind of just a good rule of thumb for food overall. I realize it's a hard one to follow, but if possible, do try to get natural, good sources of protein so that you can help your hair and scalp be as healthy as possible. That's a really good place to start with hair growth and hair loss in general. Now, the second one is fat. This is going to affect people who are on really low fat diets sometimes. If you're vegan and you're maybe not getting the right nutritional breakdown, then you're going to need to add in some healthy fat. Avocados are a great place to find healthy fat, but you can even use MCT oils like coconut oil to get that sort of fat, but you can't completely deprive your body of fat. Sometimes when people are on really restrictive diets, it can actually trigger some hair loss. It can trigger some hair fall. And the reason for that is because your body needs fat just as it needs protein in order to have good, healthy hair. So make sure that you're not depriving yourself, that you're not eating too few calories for your body type, for your nutritional needs. Don't deprive yourself of enough fat and protein to keep your hair healthy. That's a really good way to assess whether or not a diet is a good idea. If your body starts to massively shed hair, it's probably a rule of thumb that whatever you're doing is probably not the healthiest thing for you in general, because if it's causing your hair to fall out, it might not be the greatest thing in the world. So looking for really good sources of fat and protein, top 2. Now I'm about to tell you the most interesting one, in my opinion, and one that I now eat every day. So one of the best foods for helping your hair grow, and there have been quite a few studies done on this, is actually kimchi. Kimchi, Kimchi, is actually a fermented cabbage dish. Kimchi originates in Korea, and it's a really interesting food because it does contain a lot of really good probiotics and good bacteria. I feel that if you can get a hold of kimchi and you can eat it as part of your everyday routine, while it does have a strong smell, it's extremely, extremely good for you in pretty much every way that a food can be good for you. It's just packed full of really, really good nutrients, and it can help with your hair growth. It has been shown specifically in postmenopausal women to help regrow hair. which is really awesome. And that's one of those things that I actually tell all of my clients, especially if they're local, if they live in Hawaii. I'm like, hey, just go, don't go to Don Quixote, go to a local grocery store, go to H Mart, and see if you can get a hold of some kimchi. If you can't do that, it's a good idea to look for a possible delivery. Kimchi is becoming a lot more common now, so you might be able to find it in a little bit more of an upscale grocery store. It's not overly expensive, and you don't need to eat very much of it in order to get a lot of the benefits. I believe the study said about 3 to 4 ounces a day, which is not bad. Kimchi does have a very strong smell, so I do recommend eating that depending on how you feel about your day. I would recommend eating it in the morning and then brushing your teeth and moving on from it, or eating it at night and then just going to bed so that your breath doesn't smell like kimchi all day. But I do eat it with eggs and sometimes with some spinach on the side, and I will say that is an excellent breakfast as well. It's very flavorful. You can get milder forms of it. It's typically a little bit spicy, but it's a really delicious food. And if you can get accustomed to the taste, then it's actually kind of a nice part of a meal. I'm trying to contain my love for kimchi, but it's really hard to because it's a superfood and it's delicious, and I feel like it's just really good for everybody all around. So the fact that it encourages your hair to grow is kind of just the cherry on top, because it's a really good food to incorporate just for general health reasons as well. So I would definitely recommend giving that a shot, especially if you are female and that is something that you have noticed you're struggling with some thinning. That's a really good way to just kind of add back in maybe some bacteria that you're missing and to help with your hair regrowth. All right, folks, that's actually all I have for you today, but I do feel like these 2 food groups and then this one specific food are a great place to start if you're looking to start consuming foods that are really good for your hair and scalp health. So that's going to be, make sure you're getting enough fat, make sure you're getting enough protein and good quality of both of those things, preferably from a natural source. And then third, kimchi all day, every day. I really love kimchi. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Again, the book is in the description. Feel free to check that out. If you don't want to miss any of these videos, then like and subscribe so you get notified when we post another one. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us through the contact form on our website at https://yamastudios.co. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha.